Welcome back, performance enthusiasts and smart spenders, to Chrono Wheels. Let's talk about identity crises in the motorcycle world. On one side, you've got the baggers, the kings of the interstate, the chrome-laden luxury liners that eat miles but hate corners. On the other, you've got the sport cruisers, the low-slung, agile, snarling muscle bikes that love a canyon road but make your spine scream after an hour. What if you didn't have to choose? What if you could have the rebellious, punchy soul of a sport cruiser, but with the long-distance, luggage-hauling competence of a proper tourer? What if you could carve a back road with intent, then hit the highway for 300 miles without needing a chiropractor on speed dial? Indian Motorcycle has been quietly engineering the answer. They took the Scout, the lightweight, high-revving, sporty outlier in their lineup, and saw untapped potential. They saw a platform not just for boulevard posing, but for a new kind of American road trip. This isn't a dress-up kit. This is a full-scale reimagining. A new breed of American motorcycle built for the rider who refuses to be pigeonholed. This is the 2026 Indian Sport Scout RT, the Rapid Tourer. A bagger-style evolution of the Sport Scout, bringing locking hard saddlebags, relaxed, road-tuned ergonomics, and that ferocious, liquid-cooled 1,250 cc V-twin together for one purpose: effortless, stylish, and surprisingly sporty long-distance travel. The bagger just got a doctorate in cornering. At the heart of the Scout RT beats the same revolutionary power plant that redefined Indian's middleweight, the 1,250cc liquid-cooled 60-degree V-twin. But don't let the displacement fool you. This is not a lazy, air-cooled shaker. This is a modern, over-square, high-revving masterpiece that behaves more like a sport bike motor in cruiser clothing. For the RT Touring variant, the tuning emphasis shifts slightly from peak horsepower to broader, more accessible torque. Let's lock in the estimates. Horsepower: 100 horsepower at 400 RPM. Plenty for lively acceleration and passing power, even 2-up with luggage. Torque: 72 pound-feet at a low, muscular 800 RPM. This is the magic number for touring. This massive wave of twist arrives just off idle and pulls like a freight train, meaning you rarely need to downshift on the highway. It's effortless, relaxed power. The unique mechanical advantage of this engine in a bagger context is its dual personality. The high-revving character. Unlike traditional Harley-style twins that sign off early, this V-twin loves to rev. It spins freely past 8,000 RPM, giving it a thrilling, sporty top-end rush when you want it. On a winding road, you can use the entire tachometer. The compact, low-vibration design, being liquid-cooled and precisely counterbalanced, this engine transmits minimal vibration to the rider. Your hands and feet won't go numb after an hour, at 75 miles per hour. A critical upgrade for a touring machine over the older air-cooled designs. The power-to-weight secret. Even with the added touring kit, the Scout RT remains one of the lightest baggers on the market. That high power-to-weight ratio means acceleration that can shame heavier, larger displacement competitors. It's a tourer that hasn't forgotten how to play. This engine provides the sport in Sport Scout RT. It's the energetic, willing heart that refuses to let touring become boring. Indian performs a brilliant act of engineering here. They retain the Scout's signature cast aluminum frame, a key to its low weight and agile feel, but make strategic, crucial upgrades for touring duty. The geometry sees a touring-specific revision. The rake is likely increased by a degree or two and the trail lengthened. This adds crucial high-speed stability when you're loaded with gear, battling crosswinds on an open highway, without completely killing the Scout's nimble nature. The wheelbase is also stretched slightly for a more planted feel. The estimated wet weight climbs to a still respectable 265 kilograms, 584 pounds, factoring in the hard bags, taller windshield, and additional touring hardware. The genius is that this weight is added low and to the rear. The locking hard saddlebags are integrated directly into the chassis substructure, not just bolted on, keeping the center of gravity as low as possible. The fuel tank remains under the seat, further centralizing mass. The rear suspension is the critical upgrade. The standard Scout's twin shocks are replaced with premium, air-adjustable shocks. This allows the rider to dial in preload with the push of a button to compensate for a passenger and luggage, maintaining optimal ride height and handling whether you're riding solo or 2-up. This is a game changer for a consistent touring experience. The Scout RT moves decisively beyond the standard model's budget-focused components. The goal is composed comfort and confident control. Suspension. Up front, the 41mm telescopic forks are retained but receive internal cartridge upgrades for better damping control and less dive under braking. They are tuned to be plusher over expansion joints and road imperfections. The rear air adjustable shocks, as mentioned, offer both preload adjustability and likely improved damping circuits for a more controlled, less bouncy ride when loaded. Braking. This is a major area of enhancement. The standard single front disc is not enough for a loaded tourer. The Scout RT gets a dual front brake system. Twin 320mm floating rotors are gripped by radial mount 4-piston calipers. This provides immense fade-resistant stopping power, essential for slowing down a bike with added weight, especially on mountain descents. The system is backed by dual-channel ABS as standard equipment. The rear brake is also upgraded to a larger disc for balanced performance. This hardware package transforms the Scout from a fun backroad scratcher into a seriously capable, continent-crossing machine that can handle its business in all conditions. The Scout RT masterfully blends the Scout's muscular minimalist DNA with classic American bagger touring cues. It's unmistakably a Scout, but grown up and ready for business. The visual hooks are perfectly executed, locking, color-matched hard saddlebags with integrated taillights. They are shaped to flow with the Scout's lines, not look like an afterthought. A quick detach, adjustable windscreen is mounted on sleek brackets, providing crucial wind protection for the chest and head. The rider seat is a wider, plusher step-up touring saddle with optional heating. The handlebars are likely beach-style or mild pullback bars that bring the grips up and back slightly for a more relaxed, open riding posture without being as extreme as ape hangers. The ergonomics are the star. The foot controls are moved forward into a mid-mounted position, a crucial change from the standard Scout's rear sets, allowing for a natural, knees slightly bent seating position perfect for long days. The passenger gets a proper pillion seat with integrated grab rails and backrest compatibility. Every detail, from the brushed aluminum accents to the new analog-style speedometer with an inset digital display, speaks to a focus on comfort and function without sacrificing the Scout's inherent cool. The Scout RT's electronics are focused, not overwhelming. It's built for simplicity and reliability on the road. The centerpiece is a new, round 4-inch analog digital gauge cluster with a crisp LCD inset for trip info, gear position, and rider aid status. The key features are: cruise control, absolute must-have for any modern tourer, standard equipment. Riding modes at least 2, Tour and Sport. Tour mode softens throttle response for smooth, fuel-efficient cruising. Sport mode sharpens it for when the road gets fun. Traction control, lean angle sensitive TC, is a prudent safety feature, especially useful in wet conditions or on loose gravel when you're far from home. Keyless ignition and locking bags, adding a layer of convenience and security. The fob locks/unlocks the ignition and the hard bags simultaneously. USB charging ports, one in the dash and likely one in the locking glove box or bag for passenger use. You won't find a full-color TFT or cornering ABS here. The focus is on essential, reliable touring tech that enhances the journey without complicating it. Bluetooth connectivity for music and navigation might be an optional add-on via the Indian Ride Command system. So what's the tariff for this new class of American Rapid Tourer? Positioned as a premium variant above the standard Sport Scout, but below the full-dress Chieftain models, the Scout RT commands a premium. Our analysis points to an MSRP of $18,999. Let that number land. Now, understand its battlefield. For just under 19 grand, you are not buying a compromised motorcycle, you are buying a new category. A bike that runs circles around a Harley-Davidson lowrider street in agility and engine performance, while undercutting it on price. A bike that offers 90% of the touring capability of an Indian Chieftain, but with 100% more sporting character and a significantly lighter, more engaging feel. The value proposition is brilliant. It's for the rider who loves the Scout spirit but needs to travel. For the sport bike veteran looking for a more comfortable, two-up friendly mount that hasn't lost its edge. For anyone who thought the only choice was between a cornering toy and a highway couch. The debate defines this bike's future. Sound off below. At $19,000, Is the Scout RT the ultimate do-it-all American motorcycle, or is it a compromised half measure that's not sporty enough for Scout purists and not luxurious enough for traditional bagger buyers? For real-world touring with occasional fun, which is the smarter choice? The lighter, more agile but less protected Scout RT, or a heavier, more feature-packed full-size bagger like a Road Glide or Chieftain? Does adding bags and a screen to the Sport Scout fundamentally ruin its raw, minimalist muscle bike appeal, or does it finally fulfill the platform's true potential as a modern classic? Smash that like button if you believe touring should be agile, not just comfortable. Subscribe to Chrono Wheels for the deepest analysis on the bikes that break the mold. Your opinion is the final verdict. Debate starts now.